Hello everybody, Big G here, and welcome back. Episode 3 of this series. Now, a little review, we're screwed. That's basically where we're up to. Perhaps slightly less screwed than I thought originally, but we're still pretty screwed. I've got myself a fresh cup of tea, I've drunk myself out of milk now. Well, that's not good, is it? Um, but yeah, so I'm really enjoying doing this. Really having a lot of fun at the moment, so I'm hoping that we can keep this series going. Progress wise, I'm conscious that I don't know. I mean, I'm having fun. I suppose I'm playing a game. We're all here to relax after all, aren't we? Uh, Eating raw flesh at the moment. I don't know. Interestingly, I'm not sure whether that's better than eating the meals that Eckhart is cooking. Like somehow she's making them worse by cooking them. I don't know. I'm going to equip the wench again whilst we're not fighting because she works very slightly quicker when she's got the wrench equipped. I was hoping to move one of the prisoners into this separate room here, but obviously progress is very slow because there's only one of us, and if Rest actually gets to 0, then she'll collapse, and that won't be good. Because particularly if she collapses outside, then she can be eaten by some dangerous animal like the X-Cat over here, which definitely should not be in the desert. Um, Extreme break risk. I'm afraid you'll have to put up with this being there the whole time, because everyone will always be constant risk of extreme break. I never see it being any other way. By the way, something that's always confused me about this game is that the research and oh, I should show you the research tab actually. I mean, I have to build a research bench. I'm aware of that. Is the research with the mods I'm playing? You can see it is. Oh wow, yeah, massive. So there's an awful lot I can research. I've got some industrial mods enabled, so I can build crazy things later on, like a nuclear power plant, and I can build like proper automated production stuff like that. I can build Wehrmacht and Red Army weapons. Sorry, here are some of the Warhammer 40k stuff. I think I saw. Yeah, so Imperial stuff. So I can build like the bolt gun, and I can build the las rifle, stuff like that, which is also rather cool. I've got all the standard research like hydroponics. I can still research Soviet Wehrmacht research here. I've got some AI research, so I can build later on machines that will do tasks for me like crafting and cooking, and also I can just build colonists, like they will act as like a person, which would be really cool. This is going to be quite important. These are turrets for us later on, so I can build things like Tesla turrets, Heri turrets. I think that you can build like ship turrets, like battleship turrets and stuff like that. Like you find, well, like battleship turrets, like you find on battleships, is going to be my end to that sentence. Yes. Oh God. I'm sure you all knew what I meant by that. Um, yeah, and of course, then I've got your standard sort of just what's your standard cult research and agricultural research. I've got a few agricultural mods enabled. There's so much to research here. And of course, things just totally normal. But what I was going to say was what confuses me about this game is you already start knowing how to build things like a battery and a solar panel uh, by default, unless you start as a tribe. Have you ever tried to build a solar panel? If you crashed on an alien planet without knowing how to build a solar panel, would you be able to do it? Because I definitely wouldn't. Okay, like it would be I would like stick some plastic on some metal and we shove some things together and put a stick in the ground and then just nothing would happen. Um, yeah, so I don't know how these people know how to do it, but I suppose all credit to them. They are better than me. Uh, of course, any of these three colonists, I'm recording these three first episodes together as part of in one sitting, with the exception of going down to get a cup of tea. So as soon as possible, if you would like me to rename one of the colonists after you, I will let you do so. Of course, I'm a bit limited to recording in the evenings at weekends, so I'm trying to get these done a 40% chance to recruit is very good actually. So I'm pleased I moved him into a separate room because I'll get him soon enough, and then hopefully we can start making some more progress. I imagine what will happen is I'll try and keep this growing zone here as open as possible because of course I will want to grow stuff in it, perhaps even some of these smaller areas up here as well. But I'll dig mainly into the mountain. There'll be more open space over here as well, which somewhere in this mountain, it won't be full solid rock, I can assure you. There will be other open areas which I haven't discovered yet. But basically my defenses will be centered around the opening to this. Oh god, a heat wave. That's gonna kill me. There's the entrance to this tunnel structure, colony, cave. One of those words, all more or less mean the same thing, don't they? So yeah, we'll see how we get on. I don't know how significant the threats are going to be. Hiding in the mountain is a bit gamey, because again, I think this game makes it very easy to hide in the mountain. Like seemingly digging through solid rock is very easy with your bare hands, just like doing any of the tasks she's doing at the moment. Urquhart is doing with just a wrench, remember? So she's managing to like cook meals with a wrench and dig through mountains with a wrench and build things. Well, building things with a wrench, I suppose, might actually be slightly more believable, perhaps. But I'm going to have to get some cooling up now because the heat wave, which is going to happen all the time in the desert, I'm absolutely convinced of it, will kill me otherwise. But I will try not to avoid using any really gamey things. So I will try to. Oh, Eckhart, yes, we've recruited Fab. That's fabulous. Oh, that was bad, wasn't it? Yeah, so I will try to avoid building kill zones or like kill corridors and stuff like that because I really don't like it. I'm going to equip the G36 for Fab. Basically, I think Eckhart is a Eckhart's a slightly worse shooter, so we'll get the Mosin Nagant then with Fab. We might as well turn this into his room, I suppose, because oh no, that's not true. Let's turn that into we'll just get rid of that entirely and turn that to a standard bed. And if I take to bed, there we go. I've still got the automatic priorities up at the moment. As far as I can tell, there's no real reason to set them. Well, I suppose I should actually do manual priority, shouldn't I? So firefighting is always number one. Patient, I suppose, number one. Fab is a slightly better doctor. Bed rest. I don't know. Well, I suppose we'll set that priority 2 because there are other things that would be really important to do at the moment, like cook, which will be solely Cart's responsibility. Socially, again, Cart. I'm not going to do animal handling for now. There's no purpose it serves currently. Unfortunately, everything seems to be going Urquhart's way at the moment. But then, of course, we'll get Fab to Bill because he's not doing very much. We'll get them both to hunt, priority 2. Growing doesn't really matter if it's set to a low priority. Definitely mining is his job. Plant cutting is a level 4 job, really. And then they're both good at crafting, actually. So it seems to everyone I've got so far is good at crafting, which is quite interesting because normally I seem to end up with everyone who cannot craft, like, at all. So what we'll do is we'll set all of this stuff to level 4. If they have got anything left to do, they will craft. I mean, obviously at the moment there is nothing to be done, but we'll try and see how far we can get. He's naked entirely, so I suppose we'll get him wearing some clothes. The shirt and tie, I think, are probably better than that. Yes, they are. So he's looking good. He's looking really good, actually. The Soviet cloak, it's not great, actually. It gives a bit of protection, but I mean, it also increases their temperature. Which is not good in the desert. Why is this door held open? I don't want that held open. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, so the colony is well up and running. Unfortunately, Big G is no longer with us because he would most definitely 100% be better than everyone we've got so far. We've got a little. well, a dromedary, I think they're called. He's coming to attack us. I'm going to ignore him for now. Basically, they're not very dangerous, and by people do need to rest a bit. Now there are two of us, we should start to get slightly more done. I don't know how these things aren't dangerous. They're like small, like desert horses that can survive in hot temperatures and stuff. They do exist in reality, I think. I think they do. I'm not really sure. I'm sure someone will correct me on that, and they'll be like, "Oh, actually, Giles, for your reference, they don't exist. Just to let you know, you're really unprofessional." That's the kind of voice I think that YouTube commenters have when they put their sort of really weird comments that I don't really understand. But people are like, "You don't know what you're doing." I think that's not the point, really, is it? At some point, we will have to get some cult research going. Cults, once you research the cult, the trade-off is your colonists become slightly better in certain aspects, but they also become slightly worse. Oh, I totally forgot. Oh, bloody hell. This is bad. Yeah, so what happens is the trade-off is that your colonists will... Oh, screw it. I'm going to unequip the wrench. I need a gun. Your colonists will have to spend some time worshipping and performing rituals and stuff. Is this thing... You can't get away with that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so your colonists will have to spend some time researching, partaking in rituals and worshipping and stuff like that. Whereas the trade-off is that they become slightly better at certain stuff. So obviously the gods will help you actively in some ways, but passively, I think you get a trait on your health bar, which is like insane, which improves like your manipulation and your moving and stuff like that. I suppose because the gods are sending like their divine assistance to you or something. I don't really know. There are different gods which I think you can choose to research. So you can obviously worship Cthulhu, but you can research a couple of others as well. They all do different things. I don't know which one's the best, so I think we'll kind of figure it out. For what I do know, some of them are more combat orientated, some others are more sort of just standard, I suppose. Like they will what's the word? Words. Come on, that's not very eloquent, is it? They will support you through providing you with resources and by giving your colonists bigger bonuses and stuff like that. A 30% chance to recruit. We're doing okay here. The Chatu Shopkeep is doing well, and when I said originally it was a bit ambitious to only build 2 batteries, I'm starting to realise that we might actually need a second soon. I can't believe I got hit by the dromedary. That was really bad. Oh my god, that surprised me. Oh. These cats. Oh, yes, fight each other. That's what I want to happen. I haven't seen this happen very much. Predator on predator. Now, if I'm right, though, the X-Cat should be ridiculous. Oh, it's yeah, 144 hit points. Look at that. Now, to put that in perspective, let's compare that with the Cougar, which has like 1 out of... Oh, I suppose... Well, the X-Cat is stronger, but it's only like 100% stronger, not like 5 billion% stronger, which is what I thought it would. But whilst they're killing each other, I think this is a good opportunity. Oh god, no it's not. I've just... Oh, great. Bugger it. This is exactly the kind of aggressive mentality I'm going to need not to have to win this game. But, you know what? I don't suppose it's going to die anyway, is it? No, it's not. But it's been wounded. It's never going to be a better opportunity to take it on. Move up a bit. Kill it. Oh, you're a bad shot. Big G would have killed it 5 times over by now. Come on. Yes, I know that. I'm well aware of that. I've played this game before. Rimworld's one of my favourite games. Games I play quite a bit of Rimworld, but I also play OpenTDD. It is a game that I've literally been playing since I was like 6. I really enjoy it still. It's a bit sad, really. I know that I'm playing a game which is a billion years old, but it's really good fun. I enjoy it. I like city builders games in general, and I just enjoy sort of like the transport elements to it and stuff. Other games I play are I've been playing a bit of For Honor recently. Not exactly my favourite game. Oh bloody hell! This is why you don't do things, Giles. Definitely why you don't. Can you not shoot it from there? Oh, so I thought it wouldn't be able to get me, but oh, what do I know? If you were looking for high quality gaming, don't watch me. Really, just don't. It's all going to be about the. I'm going to provide something else, is what I'm going to say. Fun, predominantly. Rest until healed. Someone treat him. And then we'll get someone to kill it later. For Honor, I've been playing a bit. Not my favourite game, to be honest. I find it. I don't know, just the controls. I also am not really a big fan of really competitive games, and from what I've played at the moment, is that people seem to get quite annoyed at you if you don't do well. Where I never do well at any game, so so yes. Other games, as I used my old channel, long time ago, I used to play Hearts of Iron 3. I, it's a yeah, I still enjoy it. I still do enjoy it, to be honest, but I've definitely moved on from there. I think there's only so much you can play a game before you just know it. And I think there was always such a great gulf between me and the AI in that game, and playing online was always so difficult to arrange, and the multiplayer system was so sort of broken that it was very difficult to get on with. So I sort of just lost interest over time. I'm sure, as you can all tell from the fact that I actually stopped recording videos for it. But yeah, I stopped caring about it really, and I just wanted to try something else. I've just realised I've never set a timer for this, so I don't know how long I've been going. But I suppose I'll just end it when I feel like it. Other games I play. What else do I play? Sim Airport. It's got up again. What has happened there? Right, Eckhart. Finish it. Oh, I got it this time. It's all gone. Good. Oh, that cougar didn't know what hit it. The ex-cat even. Don't like the name of that, by the way. Yeah, I've been playing a bit of Sim Airport. It's a bit of fun. I know it's very pre-alpha, but it's been quite jolly. I might bring you some of that at some point. Distant Worlds Universe. I've just started playing it. It's a really cool game. Really, really cool game. It's a bit like Stellaris, but more in depth. It's graphics wise not the most interesting. I seem to be a sucker for pixel art basically, and it's more like that. But dynamically, the sort of the relations between the different races and what you can do with your fleets and stuff like that is quite cool. It's a 4X game. I've been playing that, not great at it yet. I don't know what I'm doing, but I definitely am enjoying it. So I might bring you some of that maybe sometime as well. I tried playing some Football Manager. I really enjoy watching people play Football Manager, but I hate playing Football Manager. I don't know why it is, but I think it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just can't get into it myself. But I do watch other people play it, so I don't know. That's an odd one. The other game that I've played and have played for years is Tennis Elbow, Tennis Elbow 2013. Um, Very sad, but I'm very into tennis, so I watch a lot of the tour. I watch particularly a lot of the smaller tournaments that happen throughout the year, like so apart from like Wimbledon and stuff like that that people actually hear about. I watch stuff like Beijing and like the South American tournaments and stuff. So I lots of tennis, and I'm very into tennis. I play on every Saturday and stuff. So yeah, despite my tiny size, weirdly I'm okay at it. Um, so yes, tennis elbow. I don't think that would be a great thing to commentate on. Basically, because you have to concentrate quite a lot when you play it. So I sort of feel like I wouldn't be able to commentate. You'd just be like, well, no, you wouldn't. I can't see it happening. But if someone is interested in seeing it, I might bring you a bit of it. I've had a career going on that for ages and ages and ages. And I've literally like won like, loads of Grand Slams and stuff. Sort of a bit unbeatable, except for sometimes I still manage to lose, mainly when I'm drunk. I go on a night out and I come back and I play tennis elbow and I lose. That happens quite a lot. So yeah, I mean, I do play a bit of football in real life as well. I'm really not great at it. It's been something that my friends have always been very into, and I've only really started to get into recently. Um, I play in the six-a-side team on Mondays with some of my mates. I mean, it's entirely casual. It's just like an anyone can join league. But I am enjoying it. I'm so rubbish because all these guys have literally played before, and they've all played when they were at school, and they've all played when they're at uni and stuff like that. I have not played since middle school, which in the UK is like 10, 11. And I even then I only played in the playground. Like I never actually played. Like not for a team. Never had lessons. So I've left it for all that time, and I've literally just come back and started playing now. But I'm really enjoying it. We won our first match last Monday. It was a shock horror. We beat the team at the top of the league 4-1. I was like, what? What's happened? This is how has this happened? With me, I'm such a liability. Isn't this ridiculous? Um, Basically, all I can do is run. I don't know because we have running like you have rolling subs, so there's no limit to the number of subs you can make. It doesn't really matter, so I can just come on and run around for a bit and tire the other team out. It seems to be what I do, but I can generally just run down the line quite quick. That's been my tactic so far, and sometimes it's worked. Most of the time, it definitely doesn't. But no one said anything to me, so obviously I'm not that much of a liability, but I feel like a massive liability. It's quite good fun. I am enjoying it. Um, yes, so the colony so far, we've got two people. We've got Fab and Eric Hart, neither of whom are fantastic at anything. Except I think Fab's quite good at mining, which I think is a very unfortunate thing to be good at because anyone can mine, and there's no, oh, they're quite good at. We're okay. We're doing all right. We're doing okay. We should be fine. Um, I've got say another 7 days, I think, until we get another raid triggered by myself. Unless, of course, we're more likely to get a few more mad animals or something before then. I am hoping that this storyteller does actually live up to the reputation that he's given on on the mod description. Uh, I do really want someone just to send mod raids, if not endlessly, then very frequently. I don't want this to be like a gauntlet survival thing, but I do intend for it to be about survival and about how long I can survive and whether I can escape, as opposed to just building a colony. Um, I think the game that I'd like to play, which I haven't played yet, I haven't tried, haven't really wanted to invest the money in it, is Planet Coaster. I really liked the old Roller Coaster Tycoon games when I was young. So Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and stuff like that, where I played a lot of. I hope it's like that, but I suppose part of me, I'm not confident. Whenever re games which are blatantly modelled on old games get released, I'm never very confident that they will be as good as the original or live up to your expectations. I know there was recently a game released called Transport Fever. I was very excited because it basically looked quite a lot like OpenTDD. I was like, oh, finally we can get a game which is like OpenTDD but with modern graphics and modern gameplay and stuff. But no, it was horrible. It was really horrible. Um, just everything about that game is. Oh, I mean, the graphics are good. The sound design is good, but it's very blatantly modelled on open. Oh, we recruited them. That was good, wasn't it? Yeah, it was very blatantly modelled on OpenTDD, with like everything down to the music. Handling is such a crap thing. So you're constructing. You can only do it if you've got nothing else to do. Um, Growing. You are our principal grower now. Grower is the official word for gardener. And I suppose you can do that. That's okay, I suppose. If there is anything to handle, you will handle it. Oh, I like the way you're phrasing it. You will handle it. But they can't violence, so I suppose you can't even equip a wrench because it's considered a weapon, right? Yes. Well, that's funny. Oh, look, all the rice is coming. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, so Transport Fever was, in some ways, it retained some of the elements of the original Open TDD. It wasn't a sequel, I should say. It was made by someone else. Um, but everything was just bad. Like you couldn't tell, statistics wise, you couldn't tell where your people were going, where they wanted to go. You couldn't tell where your profit was coming from, or like what was making money and what wasn't. But there was just so many things that irritated me. Like trains couldn't select. Could only select one platform ever to go to, which was like pre-selected. So you could never build a proper network which didn't look just like a horrible like roller coaster track kind of thing. So it irritated me. I mean, it's a very specific irritation I had with that game. I just didn't like it. I didn't get on with it. And I think you're allowed to sort of have an opinion about it, really. Like I'm sure that technically, although technically it was awful because it was so unreliable as well. That was another thing. It crashed all the time. If that game didn't have mods, I literally wouldn't have played it at all. But I have played a tiny bit of it, but then immediately went back to OpenTDD. I played like one playthrough of it. I was like, well, I can do this on OpenTDD, but like with 100 billion more things. I'm going to build a room here, which is going to be for my research. So I'm going to try. I don't know whether I'm going to prioritize normal research yet or cult research. From what I remember, the cult research doesn't kick in for a while until it sort of becomes more helpful. So I think we'll probably research normal stuff. I'll need to research some. Well, food isn't an issue at the moment. We've got lots of it, and it is frozen. We seem to be doing okay as well. Who's nude? You're nude. Why are you nude? You need some pants. I can sort that. We have got some. That's not right. Production. We have got some crafters and we have got some materials to craft with as well. So I can make you some. What we got here? I can make a pitchfork. I wonder if that counts as a weapon because fish. I don't think it does. I think it does even. That's what I meant to say. But tribal wear otherwise will be what we make. Tribal wear boots, wraps. Oh, I can make plates as well, wooden plates. That would help with armor wise. But well, I think we'll just have to do tribal. I don't think tribal wraps. I think tribal wraps are different to tribal wear. We'll just do it the once, and I think you're a good crafter, so you might as well do it. And that would be for just standard colonist. That spot on the floor that you're allowed to speed sleep in. You can craft, right? I remember. Yes, 10. Oh, she's good. You can wake them up. They don't care about that. They don't care about anything. So yeah, well, we'll get some clothes for her. I'm saying her. She's an alien, so I don't know what. Is it a her? Looks like it should be a her. Yeah, female. Yeah. So I've got a Asari. I quite like the idea of having different races in your colony. I've always liked that idea, which I definitely think in a colony called UKIP, they also would definitely not have an issue with in the slightest. Oh, here we go. It's a raid. They're going to prepare for a while. It's just the one guy. He's got a pipe rifle, which is a fallout weapon. A shoddy pipe rifle, which, if I'm right, yeah, is awful. Absolutely terrible. He's also 27, so he shouldn't have no health issues. He's a good melee. He's not great at anything else. Right, okay, so we'll leave him be for now. He's not a threat to us, really. We've got him outgunned everywhere. And he's not even gonna attack now. So yes, we should be okay. I hope so anyway. We can hide behind the rocks. We've got 2 guns to his 1, and we're more accurate at long and short range. Where are you going? You're gonna go... Oh, this is a bit ballsy, isn't it? Just think of the car. I could see the comments coming there. You were like, Giles, you could have stopped him. And I was like, oh, he'll be alright. Yeah, I was right. Gamble. The gamble always pays off, in my experience. Definitely not. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was talking about getting into football. I've started watching it. This is mainly through my friends, right? So my friends are all very into football. I've got a few Liverpool fans. I've got a West Ham fan. I've got an Everton fan. Like they're all like proper normal human beings. Whereas I sort of managed to grow up in a quite a my mum was very. I grew up in a single parent family, so I didn't grow up with like a dad who was into sport, and my mum wasn't into football. She was into tennis, so of course I got into tennis through my parents, not into football. And I was also very into music, so I had this is a hobby I picked up recently through my friends. And the thing about not being a long-term football fan is I don't know who to support. So in some ways, I quite enjoy it because I can just enjoy the game. But like deciding who you want to win is quite hard, I find, because oh, come on, no, get in. I don't want to lose my solar panels. Take him out. Why are you burning my crops? I've literally just harvested them. I'm gonna switch shooters because I'm scared that he's just gonna kill everything. Yeah, so I mean, I think the team I was in the Prem that I always wanted to win are Southampton because I went to university there, and it was like being in a proper sort of football town where people have a local team that they will support. Um, but I can't say I really care so much about them. Right, we've killed him, so we can't recruit him. We'll get everyone to firefight now. This gun, at a later date, we can break down, but for now, it's just another weapon we've got in stock for when we inevitably have at least 12 colonists. Yeah, that's going to happen. Well, he's definitely got some better weapons here already. We've got a pistol and we've got a shotgun, which, although it's not great because it's poor, is definitely better than the pipe rifle we've got there. So yeah, I was saying I don't know who I want to win. Like I seem to end up watching a lot of football. My friends get very into it, and they all go, "Oh, come on, Liverpool." There's me being very middle class, being like, "Oh, that was good, wasn't it? I liked that pass." I still do the thing because I'm so into tennis that I clap the other team when they score a goal. Um, and my friends are like, "What are you doing? Like, that's you don't clap the other team when they score a goal." I'm like, "Yeah, but in tennis, if you didn't clap the other player for scoring a point, it would be considered really rude." I'm so awfully middle class about that. But yeah, so I suppose I'm a bit torn because part of me really wants to support Brighton because they're my local team, and everyone around here really, is actually a Brighton fan by virtue of where we live. Um, but I don't know. I don't know because they're not in the Prem. I mean, they might go up to the Prem next year, which I hope they do. But I don't know. I still don't feel that passionately about them. So I suppose for now, the only team that I really support is my own, and like the six-a-side team that I play for, in the highly esteemed local six-a-side league team. I think I've been going on for a while, so I think I'm gonna call this episode here. We've made a bit of progress. We've definitely made some progress on power. We've got seem to have a reliable food source set up. We're moving towards getting some research started. 3 colonists now. We've defeated our first foe, our first raid, which wasn't very difficult, but they will definitely ramp up on power. Defensively, we've almost got this sealed off again, so hopefully once that happens, we'll be all right. I'm gonna just try and get a general cooling, and in fact, we're getting through the jobs, so they're just actually just cleaning now, which isn't a big deal. I think if you equip the hat, that would be good. Yeah, well, get who's my socialite? Not you. Not you. Oh, it is you. I do apologise. Yeah, so we'll get Eckhart to wear the hat then, because then she can chat, and we'll get Fab to wear the helmet from my fallen corpse. But yes, so anyway, it's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed recording this episode. I'm sure I will see you in the next part. Hope you're still getting on with it. Let me know if you do you have any criticisms or comments to make, and I will definitely have a look at them. Just comment below. Yes, so thank you. Really enjoyed it. See you next time.